My sister is 15 years older than I am, and we have always been very close. She fulfilled a multitude of roles in my life. And in the later years, we became even closer because we both spent time caring for Mother in a nursing home. And after Mother died in 2006, we continued to visit that nursing home, which we still do. So that was a primary relationship that she and I had. And I started raising monarch butterflies in that nursing home where Mother lived in 2002. And for many years, I kept a container there, and one of the residents would feed them. We planted milkweed, so there was a source of food. And when they emerged, he would walk the container around so all the residents could see what had happened to the chrysalis. And they'd go outside in little groups, and he would have a formal release party. And my sister and I were part of that. We followed the progress of the monarchs. So it isn't too surprising that when my sister died last month, that I would come home one day after not seeing more than a handful of monarchs all summer long, that I would turn the corner to my street and there would be a big, bright, beautiful monarch playing in my Parkway garden. I live in the middle of the city of Chicago, and there are gardens, but not as many as there once were. So I planted my Parkway with Budelia butterfly bushes and milkweed. And this was my first summer of having a really full-grown crop of milkweed. And as I turned the corner onto my street, this butterfly was dancing in the milkweed, so I walked very carefully over. And I just felt the connection, and I watched it lay eggs. And it wasn't just laying an egg and leaving, as they always do when they see a person nearby. It danced around me. It flew back and forth, and it landed in the milkweed and laid more eggs. I knew it was a female. And it danced some more, and it went out across the street, and it came back and played in the milkweed and laid more eggs and circled me. I was covered in goosebumps, as I am now as I tell this story. And I don't want to say it was my sister, but somehow I knew that it meant something, that it meant that there was an energy flowing and that the nature had connected them, the butterfly and my sister, to me. And I had a sense of peace. This was a week after she died, a sense of real peace that overcame me. You know, it didn't stop me from grieving. I miss her terribly. But it gave me this sense of hopefulness that life does go on in some form. And I can't help but feel, really, I deeply believe, that the moment of death for us has the same sensation that the butterfly emerging from the chrysalis experiences. And in that still space where you look at it and think nothing's happening, this miracle of transformation is occurring, that this gelatin becomes a butterfly. And one day it emerges, and when they do, I often watch them sitting in my kitchen looking at the containers. And I think about what that must feel like to be born in a new form. And when I take the butterflies outside, I try to think of how and feel what that first flight must feel like.